That is some aggression. Apparently she was kicked out of the train and she didn't like it. Well, good morning from the most beautiful city in India. Is Jaisalmer beautiful? Jaisalmer the best city in India? It is, isn't it? The goat has the flu, like me. So Jaisalmer is a city located in Rajasthan. Rajasthan, the biggest state in India. Not only that, but it's right there in the middle of the Thar desert, man. Look at the beauty of this scene, man. No, don't go. Come back. He's afraid of us. Who knows why? Now, let's sit here for a while and observe this building. This building is under construction, or better said, under renovation. Check out the detail of the facade, man. I mean, it's insane. Rajasthan is famous for this type of facade sculpting, you know? Huge stone murals, sculpted to the finest detail. It's beautiful. There is, however, one interesting detail. If you look at it from the back, you see it's only the facade. What a place, man, what a beauty. Natmal Ki Haveli. So the Haveli is like this one here. It's a Rajasthani Roman style house with an atrium in the middle to have light. High, absolutely spectacular. So here we are now making our way to the fort, which is basically right in front of us. The Jaisalmer Fort is the only fort in India to be still inhabited. Look at this beauty, man. It was built in 1155 by the local ruler, Mr. Raval Jaisal Singh, a proud son of the Bhat Rajputs. And don't worry about all these words, because I will explain them. So yeah, being inhabited has these disadvantages. It's extremely loud, man, and noisy. Would you like to have breakfast in this place, man? Gorgeous. Let me show you this. Check it out. This is more or less what these people offer, you know. The desert is an essential thing for their economy. Almost everybody in Jaisalmer offers trips to the desert. A visit to the dunes, picnic in the desert, camel ride, stargazing. Indians are not very good in the whole coffee making business, but this place had decent coffee, if I remember correctly. I've been here before. It is instant, but it's strong. Now, as we discussed earlier, the fort is inhabited. Apart from the priests of the various temples that live here, the Brahmins, you have the social class of Rajputs who live here. And Rajputs, I mean, how should I put it? Rajasthan is the land of the Maharajas, right? The Rajputs were ancient warriors. They emerge in society because of their skills as warriors. Before the Mughals, there was a big period in India that it was Wait. By the way, if this music sounds like a little bit Gypsy Kings to you, there is a reason for that. You see, our beloved Romani emerged in the world from this area. They basically started their trip to the world, their nomadic lifestyle from Rajasthan, from this area. What a thing, man. Gypsy Kings. coming back home. Back to the Rajputs. The Rajputs of India were basically warriors, and they needed to be warriors because we are talking about a phase in history which lasted many centuries actually, that everybody was fighting everybody. I mean, you needed to be strong to go through that. And the Rajputs were. And besides the fact that their origin was basically peasants, right? I mean, there were no aristocrats. They evolved to be aristocrats, you know? After a certain point, close to the Mughal domination, at that point in time, you couldn't be a Rajput. You couldn't be a peasant and a Rajput anymore. Your whole history evolved and brought you to a place that you were noble. Now, the local Rajputs were the Bhati. And our boy, Raval Jaisal Singh, was member of the Bhati clan. And he built this fort in order, guess what, for protection. So what you reckon, is omelette and toast and mango lassi the breakfast of champions, or what? What a nose, man! Look at this robe, man. I mean, it's 3 of me pass inside that. These guys are here for the view. Right next to that there is another cannon, totally empty. Nobody wants to take a photo of this cannon because it's very small. So we are basically on top of one of the 99 bastions that hold this fort. You see, the local Rajputs had to put up with the very hostile Sultan of Delhi and the other hostile clan of Rajputs from nearby Jodhpur. You are a joke, man. Right, so after our favorite Maharaja made sure that the city is protected, it was basically time to start making some money. As you can imagine, the best source of income was commerce. Land commerce, transporting goods from the far east to the not so far west, through the Thar desert. However, thank you, man, thanks a lot. Maybe later, thank you. Now the problems started to arise when the port of Bombay, current Mumbai, was established, because suddenly there wasn't need anymore for transport through the desert, and that brought Jaisalmer to its knees. There was famine, man, there was death. Nowadays, however, is a tad more simple. It's tourism and construction, believe it or not. I mean, a lot of people place orders for their houses, for the ornaments of the facades of their houses, to these people here. I mean, the way they work, the Yellowstone, is absolutely phenomenal. Look at all these people, man. We were right on time, I think, with our ascent to the fort. Jaisal, Italy. Ristorante Italiano. Another thing that our favorite Maharaja did for this place is that he took care of its need for waterman. The guy built an artificial lake some 1.5 kilometers from here. A lot of festivities in the Jaisalmer lake. I find it extremely funny, that thing. Look at this lake, man. It's gorgeous. Packed with fish, plus extras. This place is as good as any to talk about tourism, I think. You see, Jaisalmer has nowadays tourism as its prime industry, which according to the owner of the hotel where I'm staying, this year was not so good. He had to report some 60% decline from last year, which is weird. So many crowds, man. If you want my opinion on the matter, I think the amount of hotels is insane. Without exaggerating, one of two buildings here is a hotel or a cafe, something related, you know? And that's why most of them look empty. There are tourists. I think Jaisalmer has the largest amount of tourists that I've seen out of all the places I've been in India this time. Art of the life. Check out all these cows down there, man. And this site, this is a very interesting site. Is this a cremation point? Most probably. Certainly looks like it. What's this lovely little cow doing there on the wall? You okay, man? Well, thinks he's okay. Anyway, I made the executive decision to find a very nice cabman to take us out to the desert. Bear with me for a little longer. Communication with the driver, though, is a bit tricky. He doesn't speak a single word in English. Oh, maybe one word. Check out the abandoned village of Kuldhara, man. To my understanding, this place has been abandoned for 300 or 400 years, something like that. And I basically asked the guys at the hotel to tell me why. And there is a story here.
Kuldhara was once inhabited by Brahmins. Brahmins is the highest caste in the Hindu society. So you realize that it was quite the aristocracy that lived here.
Check it out, man. It wasn't a small place.
However, the local prime minister, now this treacherous figure, laid his eyes on one of the local beauties, and he demanded that her family would marry her to him. Now the problem is that although prime minister, he belonged to a lower caste.
So back in the day, that was not even debatable, marrying or not marrying between different castes.
So the local Brahmins did not agree with this idea. He was extremely upset and he threatened to kill absolutely everyone. So before he had the chance to make his threat reality,
legend has it, the villagers basically abandoned this place in one night. I don't know if it's legend or reality, actually. This is the story from the guys from the hotel. Local guys who live here.
And they were also fast to place a curse on it. So if you happen to wander in these here parts at night, you are almost certain to encounter various paranormal situations here, man.
So for almost 400 years, this place has been like this. And it's very quiet and very beautiful. And if, by the way, you were wondering about the materials with which these people do their amazing sculptures on the facades of the buildings, it's this one here. That's the thing. The Yellowstone of Thar Desert. Now there are signs of life. We found the culprit for all the shitties. This is probably the typical Haveli. Check it out. With the atrium and everything. Beautiful, isn't it?
Don't talk to me! Get out!
My God, we have hostilities. Ah, the hell, he's pissed. Like a king?
Yeah.
Apparently these are fossilized corals or something. There used to be sea here. This is Khaba Fort, mate. Do you remember before we talked about the role of Jaisalmer in the Silk Road? Forts like this one played a very important role, man. The traders and the caravans, they were making a stop here and they would spend the night here in order to be able to continue the following day. The thing is gorgeous, man. And it would be rooms like this one, I guess, where the merchants would take refuge and spend the night. And the other side, that one, would be for them to have an overview of the area. Yet another abandoned village. And there's a lake down there. What a beauty, man. This masterpiece here is a Jain temple. Jainism is a little bit different than Hinduism. So besides not accepting the caste system,
there is a very interesting order of Jainist monks who do absolutely their best in order to not take a life. And I'm not talking about killing animals here, I'm talking about killing plants and even bacteria, believe it or not.
like wow, absolutely stunning architecture here. Lord Ganesha. So besides being very careful not to take a life, the importance of life here is the thing. Is this a good thumbnail? I'm not religious, but the feeling in here is out of this world. So imagine doing your best not to kill bacteria. Now, not every Jainist person is like that. Most Jainists are just vegan people who do their best not to harm animals.
So when you belong to this order and you have the suspicion that by producing clothes
certain types of life are lost,
you realize that nudity is part of the game.
This immediately excludes women. Wonderful, just wonderful. And off we go. We actually did go to the opposite side of the road in order to get here faster. What a guy. Anyway, check this out.
Do you remember earlier at the lake where we saw this cremation site from above? Well, this is also a cremation site only for Maharajas. This is where the Maharajas, the Rajputs, cremate their dead.
Called Bada Baugh. Okay, I hope you like here.
So what are we thinking, Manu? Would you like to be cremated here? What a thing, man, with all these wind generators. I really wonder how this works for the locals. I mean, in the last 3 days, we had, on all 3 of them actually, we had electric power problems. I mean, half the city was in pitch black. Even the fort was half half dark. Right. Well, hello there. Were you a lovely Maharaja couple? I guess there is a reason why they are doing this. Probably commemorating. I guess this is as good spot as any to say goodbye from the Thar desert, from Jaisalmer.